the mechanical Terminator.
Who says that it was a support time to rise? Support patch? Bro, Kufra and Atlas, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to get a passive game. We're going to get an aggressive game. Both teams fighting for dear life. It's playoff or it's nothing. Bigatron Alpha versus EVO's Legends. Game number 1. Welcome to the land of Dawn.
And this early game, we're going to pay attention to the clear speed for both junglers. Suzuki will definitely have a bit of an advantage, but can he leverage that to something else? With all the engage, with the power in the mid lane, you have to worry that Super Ken might get invaded. And for Bigatron, that is one of the worst case scenarios. But with 2 Purifies as opposed to none, you can't help but feel that later on, Bigatron Alpha has a lot more safety in how they're about to fight. And looking at the fight so far, Super Marino on this Valentina is doing quite a bit of damage.
Let's see. How do they want to play the early game, right? Because we just got a comment from Keyboy himself, who actually had to struggle quite a bit against EVO's Legends and BTR. So BTR good at kiting, but this composition is more of a, an all-in comp rather than a kiting comp. And for EVO's Legends, sure, I think they can still hold on to that early game. So accurate to what Keyboy said. BTR though, looking to go for skirmishes quite early on. Anything interesting, Arashi, from the emblems?
3 Wilderness Blessings from EVO's.
As
standard. They really like this roam-heavy playstyle. Later in the mid-game and in the late game, they like moving around and confusing their opponents. So Bigatron Alpha needs to make sure that they keep that in mind. If the chase happens in the river, EVO's Legends have a bit of an advantage. But along with that, Super Marino has the Inspire as well, so he needs that extra bit of cooldown to do more crowd control and maybe get more high-value ultimates. We saw Sans pick up the Tyrant's Rage from the Kufra before. It could happen again.
Definitely could. They're both just, for now, playing it really passive with the 2 initiators. They need to wait for that level 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game fact by Grab. 146,700 is the gold earned from the total number of turtles secured throughout MPL Indonesia Season 12, which amounts to 489 turtles. We really don't want to save the turtles here.
Exactly here. And still counting, Mirka. We got 2 big matches ahead of us. Let's see. First turtle setup. Okay, there's a flicker already popped by Sorizo. There you go. It will catch Van Strong and force him to pop the flicker. Seems like here from each team there will be a burnt flicker. Veldora, quite as well as Sutsujin, setting up Sorizo, opening map. Super Key is level 4, has a Fatal Links. Does not pop it just yet, but Super Ken, great turtle take as the Fatal Links connected onto it. Sutsujin and Sutsujin gets taken down. Good response by EVO's Legends here. As Sorizo now might be caught. There you go, the 2 kills for EVO's Legends. It's a 2-for-1, but the Red Robots gets the turtle.
The robots strike, but the Tigers were able to counter-initiate. Arashi, who's it worth for? It's 2 for 2, 1 objective, 1 kill for 2 kills.
I feel like in the way it's even. Right, for Bigatron Alpha though, I think it's a bit more valuable because they want to have more items, right? EVO's Legends are the ones that can be a bit more aggressive here. So, Bigatron Alpha, they're happy to just trade evenly as long as possible because they do have the more solid engage and frontline in the late game. And with that purple buff being stolen, now only 1 vote for EVO's.
Oh, Super King now might be caught. He has no flicker. Even with the desperate Fatal Links, he will not be able to escape. Good Purify there by Moreno. If not, he will be caught. But EVO's Legends collects another kill.
Wow. So, EVO's Legends, 3 kills to 1. You'd expect the gold lead to just be held down by EVO's, maybe even 1K at this point, but somehow BTR are holding their ground. I mean, looking at Super Ken, he's a level ahead of Sutsujin.
He's just hardcore farming, which is narrowing the gold difference ever so slightly. And along with that, there's also the fact that the turtle went in their hands. This retribution advantage, quote-unquote, with Super Ken stealing the turtle and stealing the purple buff from Sutsujin, this must be a big factor for EVO's, and it seems like they're trying to move all their attention to the gold lane and shut down CV on this Bruno. With the Has Claws, it's already a big power spike for Bruno in the early game. But you can see, they're trying to move around, but they can't really find any targets. And that's never a good sign for Krite, even though he already has 2 kills. He needs more to snowball out of control.
Sorizo has a little bit of an advantage there, cutting the waves earlier. So set up for a 5-man rotation up top, but the Edith isn't far behind. Hand cam by Super Ken as he gets to see another skirmish for the turtle.
See, the Rage has been popped as well. Good Fatal Links to zone out. Super Ken claims the turtle, but seems like they might have to sacrifice Super Key, but penalty zone on towards 4. That's one a huge ultimate there in the backside. Super Ken looking for a kill on towards Rans and will find it. And it seems like it's a 1-for-1 for now. A roamer for a gold leader. Super Ken isolated here, looking for a kill on towards Vanstrom. Gets it. No! Cancelled out as Wright finds the killing spree. Biggitron, they might have overstayed.
It's a back and forth matchup. None of them want to fall back. They just want to keep on going, but I can't help but feel that Biggitron got the W there. Objectives over kills.
They were setting everything up before they went for that objective, so you can see that the turrets is falling for EVOS Legends, and that lends itself to the gold difference, but also to the map control. With a Terizla and an Atlas, no turrets means no safety, but Super Key!
Oh, take a look at the combo there, Nasty. Nibiru's passion to take him down, no flicker. So yeah, he will not be able to escape that one.
Now that I'm looking at it, you know, EVOS Legends has a solid kill lead, but 4 of those kills have only gone to the Atlas. Now, is this good? Do they want to kill the Atlas over and over, making him behind and giving the rest of the team more space, Arashi? Or is it actually Biggitron doing a better job at just sacrificing Key?
I feel like usually I would say that it's dangerous if your roamer is just too squishy and he can't face check. But in this context, in this situation, there is a Terizla in the mix as well. So even if Super Key gets that far behind, he can just wait around, wait for the right moment, and when you're focusing too much on the penalty zone, that's where the Fatal Links will catch you off guard. And regardless, with the short range of the heroes on EVOS Legends and how they want to clump together to get maximum damage and pick off potential, always going to be dangerous to have an AoE engage tool, regardless if it's the Atlas behind or ahead.
Well, here they are utilizing that Bruno really well. Gonna be able to put out so much pressure, and Sutsujin here was already pressured in the purple, but back Moreno stole it away. 1 count of Grand Theft Purple.
Oh, let's see, Veldora moving on towards Super Moreno. In the backside, Key will be taken down by Brand. Sive, 2v1 situation. The Petrify connects and he will be taken out. Brand's alone. Now on the other side of the map, it will be Super Ken taking Sutsujin down and the Turtle. But it seems like Moreno will not be able to escape as Veldora was in Primal Wrath mode and he gets the kill.
Hey. A penalty zone onto Natalia. What happened there, Arashi?
Super Sorizo, that's the second flicker that we've seen that is at the very least, slight bit questionable. Biggitron Alpha were able to get the turtle, but they neglect to protect the other members rotating from the other side of the map. They're gonna get the bottom turret as well, so overall, it's still a great advantage for Biggitron. But they gotta make it cleaner, man. EVOS Legends, they take those opportunities, and if you don't watch yourself, they will punish you quite severely.
There you go. Super Ken is actually holding out a good lead here over Sutsujin. Now 3 levels up. He has a Thunderbelt and a War Axe. A very aggressive build as Chief is doing some good damage up top.
Oh, forced to use the ult to escape. Escapes. Fatal Links on towards Natalia this time. Well, there you go. Biggitron Alpha programmed to whiff.
Biggitron. 2 times they've been targeting John Cena.
You can't see him. That's the big problem here. For Biggitron though, with Super Ken doing so well, 3 levels ahead of Sutsujin. He's gonna, oh my lord, what a menace. Sutsujin just isn't given any opportunity at all, and that is never a good situation to be in. In the late game though, Biggitron Alpha still needs to be careful. There is the Primal Wrath and Beatrix DPS that they have to be worried about. If you look at the items here, the tankiness from Veldora on this Edith will be translated to damage in the middle of that team fight, so that is definitely a factor. But you can see Krite, 4 kills, yet he hasn't finished his second item just yet, so he isn't exactly ahead of the curve either.
4 kills, but Moreno is actually the one ahead by 100 gold. Not much, folks, but it is already a lot of information that they can have now, because Krite,
Fatal Links, surprise, surprise, Krite will be taken out. Good shutdown. Sutsujin and Brands forced to fight here. Penalty zone cancelled. What a bouncing ball, Veldora. But there you go. Super Sorizo jumping in. Veldora in the backside, trying to find damage onto Receiver, does not get it. And it seems like Biggitron Alpha, they recollect as they... Super Ken, espionage attack on the Lord.
That was a 4v5. Biggitron Alpha pulled a win over a 4v5. and they got additional bonuses. Super Ken is still a level up, and he's solo with the Lord.
This is a crazy strat from Bigatron Alpha, man. They set themselves up for success to not back away, right? They want to stand their ground, and as a result, they don't need a flicker. They don't need to run away. They just get the Purify, they cancel out EVO's Legends' limited engage tools, and then while they're doing that, when they have the superior crowd control for a fight, they pull everyone away from the neutral objective, and they let Super Ken do his thing. It's working out wonders right here, and EVO's Legends don't really have a solution just yet.
Funnily enough, just like in football, the penalty zone facilitates the footballer. It's the penalty for Shive. It's the opening for Shive. And earlier we saw that. The isolation, the zoning from the penalty zone. Whether it hits or not is up to Sorizo. But still, it's an effective tool that BTR are now using to siege down turrets. That's 3. Tier 2 taken in the first Lord.
Conceal. Flicker Fatalist is in play, but does not need it as Bronze will be taken out. Base turret top lane will be the target. Good penalties on Onto's 3, but it seems like the damage will not be enough. Oh, good airborne onto Sorizo as he is sustaining. Super Key does not find the right connection, and he will lose his immortality. Van Strong now also losing his immortality as Bigatron will not find another. It's a 2-kill for BTR.
This is the first Lord. They are able to crack 2 base turrets. Heck, they can even look for the end.
Oh my goodness, Battle Execution, they might look for this. EVO's Legends holding on, defending. Top lane minions will be managed as Bigatron. They will go for the discipline route. Though, you're right. First Lord, 2 base turrets. Man, they are more than happy.
They're back to robots. They're no longer Terminators. They're not fighting for the wins. They're playing it systematically. They're playing the system, Arashi.
You're playing the system very, very well. And look at the player's gold by Ube as gold. Grant is keeping up, but barely. And Sutsujin, man, against a level 15 jungler, what can you do as level 12? Bigatron Alpha, they're fighting this so well. And they're just abusing the fact that EVO's Legends did not respect the engage potential. Where are the Purifies? There's none on the side of EVO's, and that means that every single member could be a prime target for a one-man Fatal Links, and it still becomes worth it for Bigatron. And if you pay attention, in the middle of those fights, look at Super Moreno, look at CV. The fact that the front line, Super Sorizo and Super Key, are taking away so much attention means they can stay in the back, all chill, and use all their spells for extra damage. They were just free hitting again and again, and slowly but surely melting down the whole roster of EVO's Legends. That cannot be allowed.
Definitely not. Not for EVO's. For their sake, their front to back needs to work. But unfortunately, their front to back has just been denied every time by staggered plays. That's what I'll call it. BTR are replicating the team fight style, but also looking for scraps around the map, but somehow winning in that 4v5. And now, look at the way that they are playing this Lord. It's just a forced error. EVO's Legends, they can't understand the system. The Tigers are forced to turtle in their base, Connie.
Oh, let's see, again, item equipment though. Here, Arashi, you can see here that Terizla building hybrid, right? That has that Fury Hammer. But after that, you know what? Full defense.
Some pants.
Well, all defense is all that he requires. The steel leg plates, by the way, is a great fit for him. But this is the problem. He goes in the front, and he's just too tanky. Him and Super Key. And if you look at CV, though, he has the Wind of Nature, but he has no real defense against Krite on the Kadira. The only chance that he has, though, is using the Purify. So now, if Vancho can burn the Purify first, maybe Krite can find something. And I think that's the only way this team fight works out for EVO's Legends. And of course, Brands needs to stay alive. Mr. Bombastic needs to play fantastic right here to carry the game.
Well, here they're already looking for some skirmishes from some isolation.
This might be the final defense. Veldora taken out. Good combo. And another member in Sutsujin will fall. And this is it. Bigatron Alpha. They're not just robots. They're AI. They're taking over the jungles as they strike first in the series.
Artificial intelligence. Woo! Coming out strong in game number 1 against the Tigers. 1-2-0.
All according to plan, as according to the source code. Bigatron, what an insane set of plays. What a great draft we have not seen in a long time. EVOs thought there was something hidden. They banned the Diggy, but as a result, look what happens. What a disaster, man. Bigatron took full advantage of what EVOs just did not see coming.
EVOs didn't see Ken. We all thought after the lackluster performance of the robots in Season 12, that he was no Super Ken, he was just Ken. But this game, he truly, truly showed why he chose that name, Super Ken. 3,000 gold lead, 3 levels ahead of the